Good afternoon, distinguished guests, partners from government, members of the industry and media. It is indeed a privilege and pleasure to be here at the ASEAN Energy Business Forum 2025 to share Gentari's story and share the commitment that we have for accelerating clean energy delivery in ASEAN. Before I really start talking about what Gentari does, let me just sort of put things in context. ASEAN is one of the most vulnerable regions when we talk about climate change and its impact. 77% of greenhouse gas emission in ASEAN primarily comes from three sectors. One is energy, second one is the industrial processes, and then land use sectors. And as a result of rising greenhouse gas emission, the ASEAN region has experienced almost about 3,000 climate disasters in the last couple of years, 1,800 disasters in 2024 alone, and currently about more than 1,200 disasters this year so far. With the energy sector being one of the major source of CO2 emission, we must have targeted improvements in these areas to essentially change or reduce the greenhouse gas emission so that we can advance towards our carbon neutrality objectives. ASEAN collectively rank as the world's third largest region in terms of population. We have almost about 700 million people in ASEAN. And this is growing. So by 2030, we will have about more than 720 million odd people in ASEAN region. And as the population grows, so does the demand for electricity. When we talk about the growth in demand, let's talk about last 20 years, what has happened. If you look at 2003, the demand for electricity was almost about 450 terawatt hours. Now, by 2023, we are at 1,250 terawatt hours. So we have more than doubled the capacity just in last 20 years. And going forward, all the ASEAN countries are actually projecting significant growth. Some are, the range is from 1.8% to as high as 19% on an annual level. Now, ASEAN stands at a pivotal intersection. It is between growth and responsibility. Over the next quarter of a century, our nations will need to ensure that energy remains secure, affordable, and reliable to sustain economic progress in the region and uplift millions of lives. But growth alone is not enough. We must fuel that growth, the prosperity that we are talking about, sustainably, expanding equitable access and affordable energy, but also making sure that we steadily progress towards decarbonizing our energy mix. Achieving this balance will demand a right combination of technology, policy, and also financing. And above all, it will require partnership. So, to tell you the truth, no single company or enterprise or country can actually decarbonize and move towards a net zero or carbon neutrality alone. So ASEAN grids are the veins. I think we just heard from our TNB's head of grid all about ASEAN Power Grid. ASEAN Grid are actually the veins of our shared prosperity. They must be open, connected, and flexible. The ASEAN Power Grid actually right now, it is not just a concept. You heard from the presentation, there are concrete work happening at this point of time. It is actually the backbone of regional integration. It embodies the idea of collective strength can actually unlock opportunities far greater than what one country can actually do on its own. So regional interconnection, collaboration will be essential for unlocking the full potential of ASEAN for a shared future. Now, regional collaboration gives us a vision, but the partnerships to turn into that vision into reality will be what the businesses are going to do. Governments can create the enabling framework, but it is the businesses that must deliver through innovation, investment, and shared execution. At Gentari, every milestone, every achievement that we have made so far, and every project that we have executed begins with partnership. This is how we move from competition to collaboration and from ambition to delivery. Some of you may remember that Gentari was born in 2022. But it was about 3 years back, we had one ambition, and that is to put clean energy into action. Now, 3 years down the line, we have grown significantly, not only in ASEAN, but beyond. Rooted in Malaysia, yet regional in our ambition. And our ambition is bold, but it is very clear. Scale renewable energy, unblock hydrogen, and drive green mobility. We spoke about the ASEAN Power Grid just a while back. Leading energy companies from Malaysia, Singapore, Vietnam have signed a joint development agreement to explore export of renewable electricity from Vietnam to Malaysia and Singapore. So the partnership, which is the My Energy Consortium, which is comprising TNB and Petronas, along with PTSC from Vietnam and Semcorp, this consortium aims to unlock Vietnam's offshore wind potential and advance cross-border renewable power trade across ASEAN. As Gentari, being Petronas' clean energy arm, we are absolutely proud to have played a part in this project. This project is aligned with ASEAN Power Grid vision. The initiative will mark a major, it already is existing, the initiative is in play already, and it marks a major step towards regional energy integration, driving investment, sustainability, and shared prosperity across Southeast Asia. Now, at home, an example of a recent milestone that we have achieved, and that is our collaboration with Gamuda. Together with Gamuda, we will be developing 1.5 gigawatt of renewable energy capacity through large-scale solar PV, paired with battery energy storage systems under Malaysia's CRESS program. This initiative will provide clean, reliable power for Malaysia's growing hyperscale data center sectors, supporting nation's digital economy ambition. Bringing together Gentari's expertise in renewable energy development and Gamuda's engineering and infrastructure capability, the partnership aims to accelerate Malaysia's energy transition while strengthening its position as a regional digital and clean energy hub. Together, both companies are advancing practical, scalable solutions that power sustainable growth and contribute towards the country's net zero aspiration. Gentari and SCDC Energy from Sarawak have formed a joint venture to develop Sarawak Hydrogen Hub, a world-scale hydrogen production hub in Bintulu that will serve as a centerpiece of Sarawak's hydrogen economy. This hub will standardize and optimize hydrogen production projects in the region, operating as a sole supplier of green hydrogen for downstream facilities. This partnership marks a major step forward in Sarawak's goal to become a commercial hydrogen producer in this decade. Also, it advances Malaysia's hydrogen economy and technology roadmap and positions the state as a key clean energy hub in the region. Now, on the green mobility side, we launched in August 2024 our Gentari Go platform, which is one of the ASEAN's most connected EV charging networks. Through partnerships with leading operator and infrastructure providers, the platform provides seamless access to 5,000 charging points across ASEAN, across Malaysia, Thailand, Singapore, and India. By uniting trusted charge point operators and partners under one platform, Gentari Go is enabling EV infrastructure to scale faster and more efficiently. Ladies and gentlemen, the future of ASEAN energy transition will be written in partnerships. The transition cannot be government-led alone. It must be business-led and enabled by sound policy and collaboration. The partnerships are how we scale at Gentari, and the examples you have just seen in a few examples that I gave this presentation are real proof of collaboration in action. De-risking, financing, and executing real projects together, this is how we turn ambition into delivery and shape ASEAN's clean energy future. So, we have the resources. As ASEAN, we have the resources, we have the talent, we have the technology. What ASEAN now needs is speed, scale, and solidarity. Gentari stands to be your partner in action, bringing boundaries, breaching boundaries, and building shared prosperity. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sushil, for your inspiring keynote. Let's translate those ambitions to sustainable